Well, hey there everyone, it is the Nature Man. Thanks for tuning in to another Nature Man Adventures. As you can see, we are actually hiking on a trail today. We are back in the Freetown State Forest. And I want to go back to a location I was at previously earlier in the year. I think it's going to be about a mile long hike to get there. But, as you can see, it is a beautiful day. Sun is shining, we got some clouds overhead. There is no rain in the forecast, but there are just some dark clouds rolling in. So we will see what happens. But we're gonna go see if we can find that spot again and just take some time to relax. I know it's been a while since I've actually put an adventure video. So I said, let's go out there today and do that. Bring you guys along and hopefully see some really cool stuff. Let me show you what's on ahead. Alright folks, so as you can see, this is the path we are currently on. This old road here, forest road. Temperatures right now hovering around 80-ish degrees. Humidity is around mid 50-ish. 50-ish. So it's definitely not as hot and humid as it's been in the past. There is a slight breeze as well. Oh, check this out, folks. Like, check this out. Right? Looks like a trail, right? Of course it is, folks. Check this out. I'm being silly. But yes, there's a trail right here. Oh, yeah. And this is one of those trails that connects to the other side. No, we're not going to go down this trail. We could, but what do you think? Do you think we should check out this trail and see where it leads us? You know what, folks? That's part of the adventure. All right, let's go take a walk. Let's see where this trail will take us. Maybe somewhere, maybe nowhere. I don't know. Ooh. Getting highly technical here, folks. Huh. Wow. It's gonna flatten out for just a second, but check. Wait. Hold on a second, folks. All right, obviously, this rock was placed on top of this one here. But I just took a look to my right and I saw these rocks. These rocks are stacked. Huh. I just heard something off in the distance. Huh. So someone put this here. All right, folks, I'm going to grab a snapshot of this and I'll be right back. All right, folks, I'm just pausing for a minute to let you know. I took a look at the map because I was curious which trail I was on. It's known as the Three Borders Trail. So if you're here in the Freetown State Forest off of Slabridge Road, if you take Hathaway Road, that trail, you can actually intersect with this Three Borders Trail. That's the one we're on right now. As you can see, we're in this grove of beautiful trees. I believe some of them are birch. I'm not a big tree expert. Anyways, I wanted to pause for just a moment, catch my breath, find out where I was at so I could let you all know. And this is going to intersect with that other pathway, which is Hathaway Road, which is a main road. But oh my goodness, folks, look, we've got some steps ahead of us. Check this out. All right. Natural stone steps. This is a really cool trail. And as I mentioned, I have not been on this trail before, so I had no idea what I was getting myself into. But that is the sense of adventure. Well, now this is a conundrum. Do we go straight? Or do we turn? I'm pretty sure both ways lead to the same spot. Maybe, maybe not. I don't know. But that flat area on top intrigues me. So let's go ahead and check this out real quick. Wow. There was a bug on me, folks. Okay, I think I know where I'm at. Maybe. So you can see there's a ravine down there. Again, I think I know where I'm at, but I'm not 100% sure. I think maybe I've been on this section. But then again, I was on another section of trail that looks similar to this by the landscape. But what kind of intrigued me is that spot right there. Drop a comment below what you think that might be. Was that a fire ring at some point? It looks like it might have been. So it looks like a spot that maybe someone set up a little bit of a camp. Right off that trail. Interesting. All right, folks, I'll bring you right back in just a moment. All right, folks, so I've made the executive decision that I'm going to stop right here. This seems to be a perfect spot, tucked away in the woods, far enough away from the main trail. We do have the side trail I was just on, so easy to get back on that trail and retreat back. Or afterwards, keep going and head to the other main trail. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to stop here, and this is where I'm going to camp for the day. For a few hours at least, a couple of hours, whatever. So let's get this pack off and set up our little relaxation spot. As you can see, folks, this is the CV Life 40-liter backpack. I've been wearing this pack now for quite some time, and I want to talk more about it and how comfortable it is and all the stuff I can put in it. Alright, folks, so as you can see, I have some of my gear laid out here on the ground that was inside of the main compartment of this backpack. On the outside of it, on the one bottle pocket, I do have a water bottle. Attached to it, I have two flashlights on the molly, and I do have a carabiner as well. On the opposite side, I call it my medical / accessory pouch that has some of the other accessories in it, like my fire starter and things like that. And on that side, I have affixed is a multi-tool and my Swiss Army knife. On the inside of the pack, I have on the bottom of the pack my hammock with the two straps. All of this other stuff was on the inside minus these. So this was on the side pouch with the water bottle. This is on the inside in the middle pocket here. So was this and this. So these items were on the second pouch. And then of course my food, and I've got a coffee filter. But primarily, so these things here, outside, middle pocket. But this main stuff here with the main tarp and my poncho, my guy lines, my cooking stove, cooking pot, stove, all, and the flashlight is in here. These main things were inside this pocket, along with my bubbly, bottle of water, and I have some fruit with me today. I have a green Granny Smith apple, some clementines, and then this is the cover, rain cover, that actually came from another kit. I have enjoyed using this pack so much, folks. I've had it now for quite a few months, actually. Can't even remember the last time when I bought it, but earlier in the year, I believe it was maybe February, somewhere around there. But every time I go out and I try other packs, this one here seems to be the best pack for me to use because it's just big enough but fits on my body comfortably. When it gets heavy, obviously you're going to feel it. I do like the fact that on the bottom it has those straps that I can attach things to. So a lot of times if I'm coming out to the woods, I'll have my chair attached to the bottom of it, so it's easy to get on and off and get things set up. But yeah, if you are interested in this pack, I think I have a link for it in the description below. It's the CV Life 40-liter pack, and it has worked tremendously well for me. It has good padding, it's comfortable, it has all the adjustments that you need, and I think for a day pack, it works quite well. But obviously, as you can see with the gear that I have, if you need to use it for an overnight, let's say for an emergency purpose, or if you do want to plan an overnight trip, it's big enough to hold the gear you need. And during the summertime, you're not necessarily going for a big pack with a sleeping bag, right? If it's hot outside, it's going to be hot usually later on at night as well, or somewhat comfortable. But anyways, I don't want to blabber too much, but this is primarily what I keep inside of this pack. So when you see me out and about wearing this pack, this gives you a rough idea of what's inside of it and what I carry. So I think what I'm going to do now is break into my bubbly because I'm starting to get thirsty, snack on my apple, my clementines, and just enjoy the peace and quiet of being out here for a little bit, folks. Sky is definitely cleared up, blue skies, white clouds, perfect spot. And I do have my hat for some shade protection. And that section of woods down below, really cool. All right, folks, that's enough babbling. Let me get to relaxing. All right, folks, so here's the trail that we're on, and check this out. So this tree recently fell. There's where the tree was, recently fell, and you can see they've cut this to open up this pathway. And look at the sap that is just oozing out of this. Right there, and right there. Just this beautiful crystallized sap. Really cool. Really cool, folks. All right. So we've seen some really cool rock formations. We've been on top of a rock with nature's carpet. We've got a tree that was fallen that was recently cut. So although this is not one of those adventures where you're seeing incredible views and vistas and whatnot, to me this is part of the adventure of being in the woods, in nature, hiking through trails local to your area. You just never know what you're going to discover, and it really and truly is these simple things that just make me happy. I just love seeing them. Wow, that is super cool. All right, let's keep going and see what else we're going to discover. Oh my gosh, cobwebs. Yep, cobwebs in the face. That is always, ugh, okay. Besides the cobwebs, folks. Besides the cobwebs. All right, let's keep going. All right, folks. So we have reached an intersection here. Now you can see the path goes straight. Goes around this corner here, this bend. Now here's a couple of observations that I made while I'm over here. It looks potentially like there could be like a pathway here that connects with this path here going here. But then I looked up and I saw something in this tree that has piqued my interest. I don't think it's a camera, but I definitely want to find out what that is. Okay, so where we're at now, this is Hathaway Road. This is where we want to be, is right here. Okay, I know where I'm at. But check this out, folks. Hold on a second. All right, folks, so as I was mentioning, this is Hathaway Road, and we're going to go this way. This is going north in the direction I need to go to get back to where my car is. But what I noticed is up in this tree. Let me zoom in for you. And there's a bunch of them hanging up on these trees. I believe those are like bug catchers. That's what it looks like to me. Either bug catchers or something to, you know, like mosquitoes and stuff like that. Drop a comment below. Let me know what you think that is, because I think that's what that is. I think the Freetown State Forest, the rangers here, put that up there to ward off the mosquitoes. That's just my opinion. If you all know what that might be, drop a comment and let me know. But otherwise, we're going to be going back in the opposite direction. Get back to the car. All right, folks. Time to get hiking again. All right, folks. So I am back on what is known, I think, as Hathaway Road, headed back to where my car will be parked. I hope you've enjoyed this adventure with me, going on a technical hike today. Technical in the sense there was a lot of rocks and roots to follow, but some incredible, at least for me, hopefully for you, some incredible things along the way. Just signs of natural nature taking place and just getting out here, folks. I definitely had heard some rustling in the woods behind me a couple of times, so who knows what it was out there. But you know, that's I mean, we're in the forest, you know. But anyways, you can hear the train tooting its horn. That is way off in the distance there. But we're going to keep going, or at least I'm going to keep going down this pathway here back to the car. And like I said, I hope you've enjoyed this adventure with me today. Just getting out and just doing a great hike. We're in the pack, talking about it, some of the gear that I have inside, and just giving you an idea of what I carry with me when I go on these day hikes. Just another refresher. If you haven't seen those videos in the past, I've put them out there. But I just figured with the loadout I had for today, I would show you. Okay, I need to get going, folks, because holding you guys up, you guys are heavy. That's all I'm going to say. All right, I will catch up with you very soon, folks. Take care. God bless. Enjoy every moment of life. I will see you very soon on the next adventure.